All right, guys, this is video 2 of lesson 1.4. If you have not watched video 1, please go watch that right now. We went over the order of operations, or PEMDAS, and then we did this example problem on top. Okay, so now we're going to use PEMDAS to do the rest of the problems here. So we kind of have to go through a checklist for each of these problems. So let's look at example 1a. Take a look at example 1a. It says 4 plus 3 minus 2. So the first thing I want to think, do we have parentheses that I need to solve first? No, we do not have any parentheses. I don't see any, right? Do we have any exponents? That's another no. I don't see any exponents either. Do we have multiplication or division? It doesn't look like it either. We only have addition and subtraction. So then we move all the way to addition and subtraction. And we just solve this equation from left to right. Okay, so if we did 4 plus 3, you would get 7. I'd bring down my minus sign, and I'd bring down my 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. Okay, so that one, there was no parentheses, there was no exponents, there was no multiplication or division, and there was only addition and subtraction. So once we get all the way down that checklist, you just do addition, subtraction. That's all we had to do for this one. For B, though, for B, I want you to think about what we have here, okay? It looks like the first thing I want to look for is parentheses, and we do indeed have parentheses. I know we have this division sign here, and it says that we do multiplication and dividing before adding and subtracting. But since our adding is in this parentheses, we need to do that first because that's what the order of operation tells us, okay? So I'm going to do my parentheses first. Inside the parentheses is 5 plus 16. 5 plus 16, and that is 21. So I'm going to write 21. I'm going to bring down my division sign and then bring down my 7. And now I can do my multiplication and division because I don't have any exponents. So now I do 21 divided by 7, which is 3. Okay, the final answer to that problem is 3. All right, let's take a look at this next one now for C. So I'm going to go through my checklist. Do I have parentheses? Yes, I do. I have a 2 plus 4 in my parentheses, so I need to solve that equation first. Okay, I'm going to solve that equation first. So when I do 2 plus 4, I get 6. I'm going to bring down my minus sign, bring down my 2, and bring down my exponent. Okay, so since we did our parentheses, we're going to move on to exponents. Do we have exponents? Yes, we do again, right? This right here is an exponent. That's what it's called. It's an exponent, okay? So after I do my parentheses, I need to do my exponents. For exponents, all we do is, so it's 2 squared. That's just 2 times 2. So that is 4. So I'm going to bring that down here, bring down my 6, bring down my minus sign. 6 minus 4 is 2. And that is the correct answer to that problem. Okay, so that one I had parentheses. So I did my parentheses first. That's how I got 6. I brought down my minus sign, brought down my 2, brought down my exponent. Then I did my exponent. 2 squared is 4. Then I did my adding and subtracting, so there's no multiplying and dividing. Okay, so there's a very specific order in which we have to do this. All right. Okay, let's take a look at D. Okay, so first thing I want to look for is parentheses. Do I have parentheses? Yes, I do. I do have parentheses. Okay, so I'm going to do 6 minus 4 first. We know that's 2. I'm going to bring down my multiplication sign, bring down my 49, bring down my division sign, and bring down my 7. Okay, see where I got all that? It's all from right there. So now it tells us to do multiplication, or it just tells us to do exponents. We do not have any exponents, so now we need to do multiplication and division. Okay, now we need to do multiplication and division. We have a multiplication problem and a division problem. It doesn't matter which one you do first, but I'm just going to go from left to right, so I'm going to do the multiplication problem first. So I'm going to do 2 times 49, 2 times 49, and that should be 98. Yep, 2 times 49 is 98. I'm going to bring down my division sign, bring down my 7, and then I'm going to do 98 divided by 7, and that is 14. Okay, 98 divided by 7 is 14, and that is the final answer to my problem. Okay, if you put it in your calculator without those parentheses, it would not get this question right. Calculators do know order of operations, but you have to include parentheses. Okay, so let's move on to E right here. So my first thing to think about is, do I have parentheses? I do have parentheses again. I have parentheses right here. The 16 plus 4 is in parentheses, so I'm going to do that first. Okay, so 16 plus 4 is 20. I'm going to bring down my minus sign, bring down my 2, bring down my minus sign, bring down my 3, and bring down my exponent. Okay, so now do I have any exponents? I do. I have 3 squared, which is 9. So now I have 20 minus 2 minus 9, and all I can do is solve that now. So 20 minus 2 is 18. 18 minus 9 is 9. So our final answer for that is 9. Okay. All right. For F, first thing we need to think about is, do we have parentheses? No, we don't have parentheses. So next thing is, do we have exponents? We do have exponents. This is our exponent right here, right? So this is where we need to solve first, okay? So we're going to do 6 squared. So 6 squared, this is just 6 times 6. That's 36. I'm going to bring down my 15, my minus, my 5, and my plus, and now I can just solve this right across, okay? So 15 minus 5 is 10. 10 plus 36 is 46, okay? So for these, really, we just need to go through that checklist. We need to see if there's parentheses, we need to see if there's exponents, we need to see if there's multiplication and division, and then we need to see if there's adding and subtracting. We need to go in that order, okay? So there will be a third video. It'll be the last video for this lesson, and then I'll have a homework video as well. Thanks, guys.